Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
Hello and welcome to another exciting video. Now in this one, we'll be setting up our local GraphQL server in order to demonstrate mutation and other features that GraphQL supports. So the first thing that you need to confirm is that whether you have Node installed or not, and that you can do by typing this command node space -v, and here if it gives you a version, that means you have Node installed. If not, you need to install it first, and that you can do by visiting this URL nodejs.org/en, and here you can download the Node.js long-time support version. Now once you have done that, you need to create a directory. Like over here I have created GraphQL-server, and within this directory you now need to make use of the npm init command to initialize a new project. So here I will be doing that using npm init-y, and then it's going to create a package.json file for me, as you can see over here. Once that's done, we will be installing the required packages, and we have been using Apollo client. So here, in order to have our GraphQL server, we will be installing Apollo server and GraphQL. So here we have the command npm install Apollo-server and GraphQL. So once this gets installed, after that we will be creating our server file. So here you can see that we have installed these two packages. Now once these are installed, we need to create our server.js file. So let's go ahead and create that server.js file. Now within this we'll be writing our code, and we'll be first of all importing our Apollo server and GQL from Apollo server package. And then here we have products collection to demonstrate mutation in GraphQL. So we have our product data. Then we will be defining the type or schema. So here we have our type definitions. We have created our product type. It has the ID, name, and price. Based on this, we'll be creating our query. So we have our products collection referring to product, and we have our product ID. Then we have our mutation, which allows you to update a given product based on its ID. We pass the name and price of that product. So once we have our schema defined with all these things, we then define the resolvers, where it takes the query and it queries the product data and returns a specific product based on the ID. Then we have the mutation definition. Here we are first of all finding the product based on its ID. Once we find a match, then we go ahead and update the product collection that we have defined. And finally, we create the Apollo server. So here we have to pass two things, the type definition and resolvers. The server takes that, and then server starts to listen at a given port. And here we start the server and log the same in the console that server is ready at this port. Now let's save this. And in order to run this, we will be using the command node and then the name of the file server.js. Let's execute this, and there you go. So you have your server ready at this URL localhost 4000. And once you access it in the browser, you will notice this is what you will be getting ready to explore your graph. And here we have the sample pull request, which you can use to make a request to this particular URL. Now in the next one, we will be looking at how we can use the GraphQL server to update the mutation from our GraphQL client application. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.